field representative is a person that is in assembly member's district office. The assembly always has two different offices, one up in Sacramento, and that's where most of all the legislation work takes place. And then at the same time, they have an office here in the district, which is where they're from and where their constituents are. And you need a district office because the assembly member, when he's doing his job as in session, they were up in Sacramento most of the year, while all the people that elected them are back down in the district. So a field representative represents this assembly member when he is unable to be in the district. How I got where I am today is I worked in the corporate world for many years. My son came along a little later in life than some of us. I decided to stay home to raise my son, but while I was doing that, I needed to engage myself in some other works and projects, and I ended up doing a lot of community work, and in particular working with the school districts. I ran 3 campaigns as you know, not the school district. They have to get a person that's not in the district to run the campaigns, and I ran 3 different campaigns for our local school district. And at the end of the last campaign I ran, I met the woman who was the district director for the assembly member coming in, and we connected, and I said, you know, this is something I'm very interested in, and that's how I ended up in the job. So it was through all the other community work and actually being involved, you know, in local campaigns. I do have an interesting role in that I wear 2 hats quite often, as being a field rep as well as then being an elected city council member. I actually started working for the assembly member in 2012 and had kind of no notion of necessarily becoming a politician myself. But in my case, there's no overlap in the district. So in other words, my constituents in San Leandro are not my constituents in my day job. So it makes it a clear way, you know, it's very clear, and there's no conflict. However, the issue areas and the things we do, there's constant overlap. A city has transportation, city has housing, city has, you know, all the local concerns that actually are very affected by what happens at the state level. And so for me, it's been a great opportunity to actually understand and be a part of both sides of it. And it really does help me as a local city council member a lot to be sitting in meetings at a state level that is going to help give me understanding of things we can do in our city. The best piece of advice I could give: to go out and get engaged and get involved, and at your local level, because change happens an awful lot in cities. That's really where a lot can get done, is right at your city level. So I would say just in your own backyard, in your hometown, and maybe if you're not going to go back to your hometown, if you're in school, you can do that even at, you know, if you're at school in UC Santa Barbara or something, get involved in local politics. And it's very easy to, when you find candidates, they're always looking for volunteers to help on the campaign, always. And that's the way to start to learn about what does this mean and how do you get involved? What do you do? How do you start? Understand that while it's frustrating, you might not be able to make a change very quickly, but if you hang in and really work and try to be involved, you can be part of the change that you want to see.